Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, sweet home Chicago. 224 446. Come on, baby, now get your business fixed. Come on. Honey, don't you...
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine. Your host, Avi Meyers, and the greatest cameraman of all, Sonny Hersh.
Hi, Avi Meyers here. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hersh and myself. Sonny being my entire technical crew. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org. You can watch the shows on the web for real. Okay, and don't forget caps24.org, and especially don't forget caps24.org, because the cat. Oh, and I want to say hi to. We actually have an audience today. Lorraine Swanson, who's the local reporter from the Pioneer News Star. So we want to thank her very much for being here. And it is a pleasure and privilege to have the CAPS Lieutenant of the 24th District, somebody who's not a stranger to you, because not only has he been here in the CAPS Lieutenant, but prior to that, he was the Sector Sergeant of my beat. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Sonny's the chairman of the District Advisory Committee.
Hi, Sonny.
And I am the beat facilitator of Beat 2412, so we're big CAPS fans ourselves. And this was my Sector Sergeant at all the meetings for a number of years, Lieutenant Don Holman.
Hi, Avi. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh,
and how are you?
Good. We have to go back, what, 6-7 years now?
Easily.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
No, it's been a great experience because,
certainly has.
It's, you're definitely, when it comes, you're quality police, there's no question about that.
Thank you.
And
that's very nice.
Well,
to
first
say.
of all, thank you, because if you wouldn't be on the show right now, and I wouldn't be talking to you the whole shot. I mean, I try to pick good, except for political season, I try to have nothing but good people on the show. So we try.
You don't mind if I don't touch that one, right?
No, please don't with the 10-foot pole. But I will say that during the break, because one guest couldn't show today, unfortunately, I was out planting garlic in the backyard, and basically, I want to tell you, all the political interviews I did before the election really helped fertilize the garden. There's no question about it. So in any event, so tell us, what does a CAPS Lieutenant do?
I'm basically in charge of all 9 B team leaders.
Now, first of all, I should explain to people, the 24th District consists of basically West Rogers Park and Rogers Park.
That's correct.
And that's divided into 9 police beats.
9 police beats, that's correct. And each police beat has a CAPS B team assigned to it. Each CAPS B team is comprised of a sergeant that runs that team, as well as police officers assigned to the midnight, day, and afternoon shifts. I'm in charge of those sergeants to make sure that they're doing their jobs.
Well, I want to tell you, Sergeant Kalani, I can speak for him. He's terrific. I mean,
Rob does an outstanding
I mean, if I had to lose you, at least I got having Rob has just been terrific.
He's
Sergeant Kalani, for those of you who do the promotions. Anyway, we want to keep him though. But anyway, I'm sorry. So you're in charge of the 9 sergeants,
right? And I also have other administrative duties.
So a lot of paperwork. Do you do set policy, or policy set downtown, or
no? Policy is set downtown. I help the commander develop operational plans. Like we have 2 operational plans in our district, one dealing with gang and narcotic activity, and the other dealing with a burglary problem that we have. So I assist the commander by helping to identify areas that are suffering these problems, and then we have to identify strategies that we're going to employ to try to battle those problems, to make it better to live around here.
Right, so that's strategic stuff. Now, okay, so, well, first of all, in terms of now I would guess the robbery sector, me talking the West Rogers Park end, is we've had problems that way, there's no question about it.
Well, actually, we just got ready and had an accountability hearing with the superintendent's office.
Yeah.
And in preparation for that, we identified a spike in burglaries out here in West Rogers Park over the spring and summer.
Right.
And especially burglaries in which people just walked into people's houses, unlawful entry burglaries versus forcible entry. So I'd like to caution everybody, lock your doors, roll your garage doors down. Don't make it easy for these guys.
I know that at the CAPS meeting, the people who leave garage doors open, that's a common thing. But
And
people actually will see if the door is open and walk into a house?
They will. As a matter of fact, that happened across the street from you want to say July or August.
Really?
I responded to a job. Yes, there was an Ethiopian lady. She was actually a grandmother. This poor lady was sitting down and having a cup of tea at about 10 o'clock this morning, and heard some fella shaking her back door.
Wow.
And she went to open the back door, and I mean, she got the fright of her life. And
Whoa.
ended up screaming, and a neighbor ended up calling the police. At which time the guy ran away.
That's scary.
Absolutely. I mean, that's real world. I mean, that is very scary stuff. And like I said, it literally happened across the street, and maybe 4 or 5 doors east. You know, very nice lady. We were able to finally communicate with her. We were able to get a hold of her daughter through her cell phone because there was a language barrier, and we were able to get a description out.
Wow, that's scary. And this is how long ago, approximately?
I want to say it was either July or August. It was during the summer, like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, there are people I know that actually leave their door open, and that's
yes. But I mean, what's frightening is here you had a senior that left her door open on a hot day, and she was enjoying a cup of tea.
Yeah,
she's home.
So
I certainly don't want to alarm everybody and think that there's a crime wave going on here. That's not the point I'm trying to make. And no, there's not a crime wave going on. I'm just asking people to exercise common sense.
Yeah.
You know, lock your doors, lock your windows. You know, if you have elderly parents, check on them, or make sure you have a number to a neighbor in case something happens. You know,
makes sense.
I think so.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, so I mean, if there's somebody home, is this a specific person? Have there been other such crimes reported, or
no? We have had instances. The Area 3 Detective Division just came out with an alert bulletin concerning a scam. As a matter of fact, Sonny sent me an email concerning this. There are people walking around knocking on doors posing as utility employees, People's Gas, ComEd, and again, they're targeting seniors. They're knocking on doors, or they're trying to gain access to people's homes. What they'll do is they normally work in a team, from what I understand. One person will distract the elderly person, and the other person's going to walk right by that person, is going to walk into the person's bedroom or kitchen, den, what have you, and search for valuables.
Gotcha. Now, if let's say somebody comes to your door and you want to know do you call ComEd? Is there a number you should call?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, what kind of preventative steps can a person take in that kind of situation?
Leave the door locked.
Okay.
Ask to see an ID.
Right.
Ask this person for a contact phone number.
Well, these days with computers, you can make a fake ID so easily.
Well, ask this person, what is the number of your office that I can call?
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Call that office. Does Joe Smith work for you?
Yeah.
What does he look like? I'm concerned. I don't know if this guy is one of your employees. Do you have anybody working in the area? Do you have a person from People's Gas going door to door in my neighborhood? If in doubt, don't let these people in.
Right.
And if you're concerned, give us a call.
Right. And
give us a call. I mean, we'll go by.
That would be 911.
911.
You can always reach a friendly policeman at 911.
Absolutely. We'll dispatch a patrol car, and we'll stop that person and talk to him and make sure that he or she is who they claim to be.
Yeah. Now, you know what? As long as we're talking about this, when do people call 911?
Well, I mean, if you want to get into the differentiation, we have a 911 system and a 311 system.
Okay.
If there's a crime in progress, or you feel like you're being threatened, by all means, call 911. If you witness a crime or like a bad traffic accident where somebody's injured, if somebody needs help right away, by all means, call 911. If you just need access to city services or have questions, then I would call 311.
But if you want a live policeman at some point, you should call 911.
Absolutely, and obviously we will show up,
right,
and we will provide police service.
That sounds good. So let's get back to CAPS and community.
Sure, absolutely.
Are there any other warnings that people should be concerned with?
No, not really. Knock on wood, it's been relatively quiet lately.
That's good. And in terms of drugs and narcotics, now, you guys had a major bust on Howard Street not that long ago.
Yeah, Operation Heartbreak Ridge. They targeted the Birchwood and Damon area, which is B2424. They targeted a specific street gang, the Black Peastone Street Gang.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know them from growing up in South Shore. That's the reason
they
moved
made
north.
numerous arrests. I have to claim ignorance. I have looked at the report. I can't tell you off the top of my head how many arrests they made. I want to say 8, but I think the number may be higher than that.
Yeah.
But they were able to dismantle a street corner narcotics operation.
Now, let me ask you, how's CAPS working in your opinion?
I'd say very well, very well. Of course, we have bumps in the road, but for the most part, I like the fact that people can come to a meeting, talk about their problems. My guys go out, and it's kind of I don't want to say it's a complicated process, but basically what happens is you bring a problem to my attention as a B team member, a B team sergeant. We try to problem solve at the meeting.
Yeah.
We have to record that information down. It gets forwarded to my office. And then it's my job to follow up that my sergeants are following up with the citizens. Because my sergeants are going to tell these people, okay, you're having problems with garage break-ins. We're going to patrol your alleys more.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go back to my sergeants and say, last month you said you were going to do this. What have you done?
Yeah.
What have you done to make this better? And if the sergeant's on the ball, he's going to say, well, Lieutenant, my guys on midnights wrote 40 tickets along this block in the alley. On midnights, we wrote so many contact cards. We made so many arrests. I want to see documentation that they're trying to actually do what they said they're going to do.
Right.
And like I said, it's. I'm trying to give you the Cliff Notes version. There's a
That's
lot
fine.
of paperwork involved, but that's kind of a simplistic view. And then we're supposed to get back to you.
Right.
At the next meeting. Is it a perfect system? No, by no means.
Yeah.
But we are making a good faith attempt, and I think we do a good job up here in Rogers Park of doing that.
No, by the way, I've got to tell you that I personally find that since people have been working in CAPS together with the police, and I don't go back to the beginning the way Sonny does, that people's fear of the police is going away to quite an extent. People have become more human. Also, police wariness of the public, I think, has also decreased. What scares me to a certain extent are I know of 2 or 3 agencies here that tell people, let us know what's going on first before you call the police. Or you can call make sure you call us. You can call the police too. No, you don't do that. If I love when people show up at the meetings and somebody will say something like, well, have you heard about this crime? And the police go, no. And it turns out that nobody called 911. People may have reported it to a social agency, but if you guys don't hear about it through osmosis, somebody's actually got to tell a policeman and that, hey, something really happened.
Right. We're asking the people that live here to be our eyes and ears.
Yeah, and it definitely works. And I personally like the system very much, and I think it's definitely improved the quality of life. And I think crime's pretty much going. I don't know how much. Crime is there's definitely a little less crime than there used to be. There's no question about it.
We've had a pretty significant decrease in index crime. I want to say we're right around at a 9% decrease.
That's
over
excellent.
Last year, I think so.
That's excellent.
I think so.
So and by that you're talking about dozens of people who didn't get robbed or whatever. I mean,
hundreds.
I'm sorry about
dozens.
that. Yeah, no, that's
hundreds less. Criminal incidents that occurred to date this time.
And that's big time stuff. And if you look at each one as a problem, that's hundreds of people who don't have these headaches and problems, and that's on a yearly basis.
Right.
So, Lieutenant Holman, in summation, what would you want people to do, in the neighborhood?
Well, I like to caution everybody. Try to keep your doors closed and locked at night. Winter's coming upon us. We usually see a spike in garage burglaries in which snow blowers are taken. Try to make sure that your garage doors are closed. Don't leave your laptop computers in your car when your car is parked outside overnight. Don't leave packages in there. Lock your car doors. Just all common sense things. Another big one, there's people that will leave their cars running when they go into Dunkin' Donuts for a cup of coffee or go into the gas station for a pack of cigarettes. Well, you're just inviting a thief to just jump in your car and drive away.
And people do that.
Oh, sure they do. And you've warmed the car up for them. You're just giving them a nice car for free, and they drive off, and you're out of a car.
But at this point, I want to thank you very much, Lieutenant Don Holman, the CAPS Lieutenant of the 24th District.
Thank you.
People want to contact the 24th District Neighborhood Relations Office. That's 312-744-6321.
Yes.